What's up, boys? Welcome back to another video. Today we're talking about something interesting. Some Braves news has come upon us in the past couple of days. As we know, the Dodgers visited the Braves in Atlanta for their first series in Atlanta this year. And Freddie Freeman was his first time back as a Dodger in Atlanta, and it was a very emotional time for him. Clearly, I mean, every time you turned around, you saw Freddie speaking so gratefully about the Braves and his time there and being really emotional and getting his World Series ring. That was all really special. And boy, does it look like he regrets his decision about moving on from the Braves, which was even more like everyone thought from the series that were like, okay, he may not want to be a Dodger. But then he fires the agent that is pretty much one of the reasons that he is a Dodger. Obviously, the final decision was his, but, you know, Freddie's a Dodger, and he may not want to be. So he was working with Excel Sports Management. He fired his former agent, Casey Close, who was like his main agent. Like, he just left the agency as a whole. He's now currently a free agent, I guess you could say. But yeah, Freddie, goodness, I mean, there's been a lot of talk on Twitter today about could Freddie somehow make his way back to Atlanta, because I'm looking at it right now. It kind of seems like he wants to be. He's got a 6-year contract, on average, $27 million a year for Freddie. And if he comes to Atlanta, not only is that where he clearly wants to be, he's actually going to make more money because of how California taxes work. So that's very interesting to look into. Now, with that said, I have the trade thing pulled up here, the baseball trade values, trade simulator. And you put Freddie Freeman, you put Matt Olson here, the values equal out. Now, I personally don't think this is going to happen. There is a reason. Yes, Freddie was the guy that they were going to go after and bring in first and foremost if it wasn't for the agent of Freddie Freeman. But Olson's kind of, I don't want to say the guy right now, but he got an 8-year contract of an average value of $21 million. So I don't know if they want to get rid of Matt Olson. Some people are saying on Twitter, like, oh, give Matt Olson, do a swap. I don't think the Braves want to do that. I really don't, because additionally, the Braves are wanting to pick up a left-handed bat before the All-Star break, according to some sources. So getting rid of one left-handed bat for another, that's not exactly what the Braves want to do. I'm thinking if they're wanting to do this at all, which quite clearly Freddie may want to, and I'm sure Alex Anthopoulos, the genius mind he is, he might want to as well, do a trade kind of like this, man. I mean, that would be crazy. That'd be incredible, but the Braves, as we know, the Braves farm system isn't what it once was because of all of the top prospect guys coming up to the majors. But looking at this, according to this website, Freddie Freeman has a 27.6 trade value. Now, Freddie Freeman does have experience playing third base, and that's kind of what I'm thinking if this trade is possible. I'm thinking you have Matt Olson as your solidified first baseman. Whenever he gets a night off, you can put Freddie there. But you put Freddie at third, and I know that may not be fantastic defense, but as far as making the play off the bat, Freddie can clearly do that at third. I'm sure he's just not quite used to having to make the throw across the diamond like that, but that's something that you can easily get used to. So I'm thinking you put Freddie at third, and Austin Riley gets moved to left field because he does have some experience there. You can also DH him on some occasions if you would like, considering the fact that Marcell Ozuna could be one of the pieces that gets moved or traded at the deadline or something like that, interestingly enough. But right here, 27.6 estimated value for Freddie Freeman. So for the Braves, you're looking at giving up a like a large amount of prospects in this deal, obviously, just further strengthen the prospect pool for the Dodgers. But in my opinion, it'd be 100% worth it. If you look here, Marcell Ozuna's got negative trade value, which honestly does make sense with his large contract. Hasn't been performing great. I do expect him to get better, but he hasn't been great so far, and he is more or less just a DH at this point. But as far as some of the prospects I think the Braves could give up to bring in a guy like Freddie Freeman, I think you glance at the possibility of one of the major league starters, since that's kind of what they're looking for at the deadline. Kyle Wright, it's going to be hard to give up him the way he's been performing. Spencer Strider as well. I don't know that you give up any of those guys, but if you're looking to just trade a guy for potential in the future, you look at a guy in former first-round pick Jared Schuster with 5.1 value. We'll say that Dodgers get him. Braden Shoemake, our current top shortstop, middle infield prospect, so we'll give them that as well. And that's going to work up to 11.9 value there. And there's going to be a lot more work to get done. Kyle Muller, we'll say that goes through there. Also, something else I wanted to point out. William Contreras has had a fantastic season. He's currently at like 30 trade value, which would by himself, according to this website, get us Freddie Freeman. I don't know, because I'm sure that the Braves are planning on right now William Contreras being the catcher of the future, considering Travis d'Arnaud is 33 years of age right now currently. So that's interesting right there. Some other prospects you could consider giving up at this point. You look at, just going down here, Bryce Elder, we'll do there. Jesse Franklin, 6.6 value. Apparently that's a big time target. And then a guy like Vaughn Grisham even. Let's see what we got here. Okay, well this right here. So 5 of our top prospects right there for Freddie Freeman. I would do this deal in a heartbeat. Because in my opinion, Kyle Muller's had his chances. He's got great potential. And honestly, with the way that the development staff for the Dodgers works, I could see Kyle Muller being a stud, honestly. Same thing with Bryce Elder. Jesse Franklin, I'm actually surprised his value is that high, to be quite honest. Braden Shoemake is a guy I actually wasn't that high on out of college, but he is our current shortstop. If we had to give up one of our shortstops, I would rather it be Shoemake as opposed to Vaughn Grisham. And Jared Schuster, a left-handed pitcher, hasn't been great in the minor leagues so far, but again, it's the Dodgers, they can develop talent. But if something like this was the trade, I would be all for that, because Freddie Freeman locked him up for the next 5.5 years remaining on his contract. That would be incredible. And it'd be a lot for him it'd mean a lot for him and the Braves organization to bring him back. That'd be absolutely incredible. But none of this is finalized. None of this is even maybe in the works yet. But trade deadline is not too far away. So if it really wants to happen, it's got to happen fairly soon. So let me know what you guys think in the comments down below about this Freddie Freeman Braves news. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on post notifications, do all that YouTube stuff, and I will see you guys in the next one.